All right, guys, good morning. Hey, quick thing this morning. I know I got a lot of people that are like, hey man, how do I get started? How do I do this? I've got a lot of information on a lot of the previous videos, but I'm going to re-emphasize this one because it's so important. Guys, you got to make contacts. And I get a lot of people saying, hey, I apply for all these jobs, but I get the run around and they just kind of keep throwing you at the bottom of the pile, you know. Guys, one thing about applications, and this isn't for everything, but this is what I've found out in this industry: an application is filled out, put in a folder, and never looked at again. And that's just how it is. I mean, I've never been called off of an application before. I've always had to find my own work. So I'm going to demonstrate how this is going to work, guys. This is a pipeline. And this is part of what is going to keep you busy, okay? You get phone numbers, and you start filling this with potential phone numbers, and you are calling, and you're making contacts, and you're okay. Number one goal is you're going to call ahead of this secretary, and you're going to say, hey, my name's Jake Schofield, and you need to have done a little study work on this. This is why getting other welders' phone numbers or other labor hands numbers, because they're going to know the foreman on the job, or the superintendent, or whoever's on that job. And so when you call, you say, hey, this is Jake Schofield, and if you haven't already gotten the number from those other laborers or whatever, you're a little behind, but there's ways to get around it. Hey, my name's Jake Schofield. I need to get a hold of Jed over in Greeley, Colorado. Would you happen to have his phone number? And if you're nice and polite, 90% of the time, they're like, yeah, no problem. And they'll give you their phone number just like that. And then you get a hold of them, and all you're doing is just filling this into the pipe full of phone numbers. And you're just making contacts and prospects, and potential work is coming over here, okay? When you finally, and your money is made right here, you guys. It is made right here. This is where your money is made. If you want to get involved in this, you have got to get a job before you're ever going to get paid. So get your phone numbers. Get as many people on your side as you can get looking for work for you. And guys, granted, you're not going to find work all the time, okay? Like you call these guys and you say, hey man, I'm out of a job, I need a job. And they're going to be like, yeah, no problem, dude, I'll look around. 90% of the time, they're going to hang up. And that's probably going to be about it, you know, unless randomly somebody calls them and says, hey man, I need a couple welders, and they'll be like, oh yeah, I know this guy over here, you know. That's kind of how that works. So don't rely on one person to get you a job. So fill this full of phone numbers, guys. This is where your money's made. Once you get your phone number, then you're going to eventually get a job, and you're going to start making money. And then the cycle repeats. Don't ever give up on this. Because once you quit calling and making contacts and networking with these people, this disappears. This is empty. So there's nothing here no more. And then eventually this goes away. And then you're starting back over. Now you got to start filling this sucker back up. And then it'll eventually turn back into money. But if you'll just stay on top of it, stay in contact with all these people, just keep contacting people, get involved in the industry. If you're going to be involved in this, make sure that you're like going 110% all the time in it. I mean, I know like right now, like I got people calling me and be like, hey man, where you at, blah blah, you know. Talk to them, they'll tell me where they're at, who they're working for, what the next projects are. And now I have an idea. Okay, so Sterling Construction has this over here. These guys over here have this. These guys over here have this. They have a potential of this. You know, that is how I stay busy. I'm constantly filling this into my pipe with phone numbers and contacts, and constantly making money over here. That's the only way to do it, you guys. But hey, there is a job right now. If you guys want to email me, SchofieldWelding@gmail.com, SCHOFIELD welding @gmail.com. Greg out of Watford City needs a helper. They're paying $18 and $80. Let's see, what else? You need a PEC card. And What it is that it's like a safety card. Okay, if you do not have a PEC card, you can't get on the job. So let me know. Yeah, email me, SchofieldWelding@gmail.com, and I'll send you his phone number. You guys, contact these people. Like, after what happened on the last videos with people driving places and then not getting jobs and all this, all I'm doing is telling you guys about potential jobs. If you do not do the research on it and actually find out if there's a real job up there or not, that ain't my deal, you know? So anyways, you guys, be blessed. Like, subscribe, comment. We'll talk to y'all later.